S&P 500 just made a brand new high today, $700.28, but nobody's telling you what's going to happen over the next week time, so please watch very closely. Before we continue, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know that 90% of you that are going to watch this video are not subscribed, so please help the channel and subscribe. The market is trading on political news, so we have to first understand what is happening. We cannot talk about indicators and chart reading, etc. Looking at the 1 minute chart, we have a very, very weird charting today. Like we have a double top over here, and then it turned into a triple, and then we came crashing down all the way here. But then suddenly we had a nice rebound all the way up, all the way making a brand new high to $700.28. So let's first break down the news, and then let's go to technicals and indicators. What can help us for the future trading over the next week's time? Now, the reason why the market rallied up today is because Trump gave a speech about 3 p.m. stating that Iran is very, very close to a peace deal, and everybody wants to have a peace deal. And when you look from here, going all the way, we shot all the way up. He said that this is the last warning. He's giving 24 hours for Iran to say yes to a peace deal, including no nuclear weapons, no nothing, and to making peace, open up the Hormuz without charging any tolls, and it should be completely free for ships to go further, which that's a very hard thing for them to do. Now, the next stage, the next problem is that every single day that there's war, Iran is losing $500 million. Every single day that the Hormuz is blocked, right? Iran is losing $500 million per day, while the United States is losing about $20 million per day with operations and everything. So pretty wild range as well, while everybody's losing, although there's no shooting right now. But again, they have a deadline until 8 p.m. tomorrow night. If there's no deal by 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Trump came out saying that it's going to be a parking lot in Iran by 12 o'clock midnight. So we'll have to find out and see what is happening. What to expect for tomorrow for the S&P 500 now is made a brand new high of $700.28. But every single time the market broke up to a new high, we always had a pullback. So we might see a nice pullback, but again, it depends. The volatility might spike up. Let's go to the VIX. The VIX was pretty low today. I'm not saying it was below 20, and it was down actually 1.3%, closed at sitting out $18 and 18.17, which brings us to there's no too much of a volatility going on. So in other words, we won't be seeing too big of a moves in SPY. Like today we had a 0.79% up gap because the market turned into a pretty bullish sentiment going on in the market. But again, we will probably see a nice pullback. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you, like, if you always go, let's go to the daily charts. Like you can always see whenever we went up, we always went down. Let's go all the way from here. Let's say, yeah, we made a new high, pull back, new high, pull back, new high, pull back, new high, pull back, further, new high, pull back. And this is where tariffs came in, and then up, new high, pull back, high, pull back. And this is where, from here, this is where people were very optimistic about the war finishing. So just be prepared for that. Next, let's go to Tesla, TSLA. Crazy, crazy day today, up 7.62% today, closing at $391.95. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. We also had there was no trend. Everything was just like up. So if you would make a trend line, actually, I don't know how accurate it would be. Let's check right over here. Perfect. So pretty much over here. So if you would make a trend line all the way up from the lowest point going all the way up, then you know when to just buy. And over here, the market was just chopping. And then we went up another right before the close again. This is where Trump also stopped speaking as well, and people were getting also optimistic. So now the problem with Tesla is I came out with a previous video about 6 days ago saying that earnings is next week, April 22nd. But there's a lot of hype and optimistic in Tesla as well. So please be prepared. You never know what is going to happen, but it's probably also going to have a nice pullback tomorrow because it's up with 7.62%. And usually whenever stocks are such a big rally, it's going to have a nice pullback. So for your key levels, you're looking at about $373. That's where I see, according to this candle right over here. Let's make a horizontal line right over here. Beautiful. Right, you see this candle over here. This is our resistance turning into going to turn into support if it goes all the way down. Now, if it's on the way down. If it's not on the way down, it's only on the way up. Well, then again, it all depends on the political news. So again, the VIX will probably spike up a bit more tomorrow because people are going to be saying, is Iran going to make a deal or not? It's going to be uncertain. So we might see bigger swings tomorrow, but the expectations are not to have such big of a swing. So if you look at let's go to options trading in SPY. Let's go to 1 day to expiration. Right over here, beautiful. Puts right over here, beautiful. So again, let's look at the IV, intrinsic volatility. Where is it? Right over here. Sorry, guys. Volatility is sitting at, implied volatility is sitting at 15.56. So it's pretty low. So there's chances to make big bucks in here as well. So your key levels for tomorrow for SPY would be We'll for sure probably have a nice pullback. So first step is 697, and then the next stop is going to be at 695. And then if it gets to 695, we'll see a pullback to 694. If the news is negative tomorrow, then we'll be all the way down to 685-ish range. Looking at the daily charts right over here. Yeah, we're going to be going all the way down here. Beautiful. I would say 687, 688. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what the key levels to look out for. So again, as long as the market is not trending properly, we cannot trade properly. The only trade I took today was right over here where we had this triple top. 1 loop, 2 loop, 3 loop, and then we had a nice pullback. So a nice, beautiful, beautiful 100% gain right over here. I sold actually like in the middle of the candle. I was too scared to wait it out because it was just going so quick. So you make money, you exit right away. If you guys want to learn anything or anything, just write into the comments. Let me know.